Hi, fight fans, and welcome back to LL Sports TV. Hope you're all doing well. So, Ilford's Hamzah Shiraz tonight knocks out Edgar Berlanga in 5 rounds with a statement win. And wow, what a performance that was! I never saw that coming. I must admit. I did think that Hamzah Shiraz would win the fight, but I didn't think it would be so conclusive as what I've just seen. He absolutely eviscerates Edgar Berlanga, knocking him down 3 times. The fight got off to a pretty slow start, actually. Lots of jabs. Actually, there wasn't too much going on in the first round. It was an even round. I think I scored that an even round, not too much going on. You could see both fighters were trying to, take center stage in terms of taking the middle of the ring. They were even at one point treading on each other's toes. But eventually, after a couple of rounds, Hamzah Shiraz was the man who was controlling the middle of the ring behind the jab, threw some hurtful jabs. Edgar Berlanga every now and again would throw a combination. But you could see that Hamzah Shiraz was loosening up, and as the fight wore on, you could see he was getting more and more comfortable. And in the 4th round, he ended matters dramatically pretty much. He threw I think it was a left hook, right hand combination. Down went Berlanga heavily. Just about got up. Fair play to him for getting up as well, because he was dropped very heavily. I thought that might be it. He gets up and almost immediately he's put back down again, and I did think that that was it. It came right at the end of the round. I mean, the referee seemed to be giving Berlanga every opportunity to see if he could get back in it, but you could see his legs were gone. And it was interesting that when the referee resumed, the call for the action to be resumed, the bell went literally straight away. Berlanga just about made it back to his corner, but you knew he was pretty much done there and then. And when the bell rang for the start of the 5th round, you knew it was only a matter of time. And indeed, with the very first combination that Hamzah Shiraz landed, Berlanga went down again, at which point the referee mercifully called it over, and that was it. Finished. Edgar Berlanga knocked out in front of his hometown fans. For him, a very embarrassing night, I've got to say. He was absolutely smoked. There was no arguments, no conjecture. He was completely, totally smoked. You know what I mean? That was, it's as conclusive as that. As for Hamzah Shiraz, that is a statement win. It's a brilliant win. It's his first fight up at the super middleweight limit. And I've got to say, he looked big, he looked strong, he looked confident, and he threw his punches with bad intentions. And this really was a statement win tonight, because he did something tonight that Canelo Alvarez couldn't do. Canelo Alvarez dropped Edgar Berlanga on the way to a wide 12 rounds points decision, but he never had him looking like Hamzah had Berlanga looking tonight. So well done to Hamzah Shiraz, man. I mean, the world is his oyster after a performance like that. When he was interviewed in the ring afterwards, he wasn't exactly calling out Canelo, but he was saying, look, I'd love an opportunity to fight the likes of Canelo. And on a performance like that, who can say not? Because this was a seriously impressive win. And I think the boxing world would have taken notice of that performance tonight. A potential star could be born even. I mean, I know his last performance down at middleweight against the champion, Carlos Adames, for the WBC. I know he got a draw in that fight. Most people thought he lost. I've got to admit, I thought he lost. It wasn't a very good performance. He was a bit tentative, a bit hesitant, possibly froze a little bit. Who knows? He said he injured his hand. But you know what? After tonight, that is all put to rest. They say you're only as good as your last fight. And tonight, he was outstanding. And like I said, he would have been, that performance will be creating waves across the boxing world, trust me. Quick word on Edgar Berlanga. Now, where do I start with him? I mean, this was such an embarrassing loss for him. One of the reasons why that was as well is because before the fight, Edgar Berlanga, I mean, I know he was trying to sell the fight. He was headlining this show. He's in his hometown. And yes, he's trying to sell the fight, but he spoke so much, man. The trash talking was on another level. Some of the things he was coming out with, I mean, even in the press conference preceding the fight a few days before, he was calling out Oscar De La Hoya, got into it with him, calling him a stripper, throwing money around and, you know what I mean, making threats to slap Oscar De La Hoya and, you know what I mean, playing that villain, that bad boy role. Well, when you've just been smoked like that in front of your own people, it's not a good look. And I mean, even his ring walk, he came to the ring accompanied by the Terror Squad. If you know your rap music, you know I'm talking about Fat Joe. Remy Ma was alongside him, which is interesting because Clarissa Shields was also in the house. She was there supporting Shakur Stevenson in the co-main event. Now, if you know, you know. I'll leave that there. Remy Ma and Clarissa Shields in the same building. Wow. But anyway, yeah, back to Edgar Berlanga. This was a very humiliating night for him. I've got to say that. When you talk the way he does and you get beaten, and not just get beaten by your opponent, but absolutely eviscerated like that, it's not a good look. And it's going to be hard for him to bounce back from this. I'm not going to lie. Because, you know, he was many people's favourites to win tonight. I mean, like I said, I thought that Hamzah Shiraz would win, but I didn't think Hamzah would get him out of there this brutally. But if you look at what they were saying online, you know, the American video channels and YouTube channels and stuff like that, and all the scribes over there, they were saying that Berlanga was going to knock Shiraz out. Well, that didn't happen tonight. The opposite happened, and it was done in a brutal fashion as well. I think Berlanga went face first in one of the knockdowns. So, yeah, you know, it's going to be a long, hard road back for him. But as for the winner, Hamzah Shiraz, like I said before, the world is his oyster. That is a statement win tonight, make no mistake. And let's hope he can go and fight for a title soon, because I think off the back of that, he'll certainly, doors will certainly open up for him, that's for sure. But anyway, thanks so much for watching the video. Really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, you know how it goes. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.